Hello, I'm Kate Cocker. This is your Everyday Positivity. Do you have a problem at the moment that you cannot for some reason solve? Or are you trying to get somewhere that you cannot for some reason get to? You've got a bit of a block. Well, I've got a great tip for you that might help you through it. Let me paint a picture for you. The other day, I was flying to LA. Getting on the plane, everybody's getting in. We're right at the back of the plane. All of the hatches above the seat are open with all of the bags in. There's a lady with a baby and she's getting herself ready. She's got all her baby food and she's putting it up into the rack above the seats, you know, where all the baggage has to go. And the bag contains the baby food. So she's trying to put it in and she's like, right, scrabbling around. And then one of the attendants come over and help and our bags are getting moved around and we're trying to make sure our bags aren't getting moved around and blah, 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 blah. Eventually, the hatch gets closed. Everybody's stuff fits in. We take off, everything's fine. And then it's time to feed the baby. And the baby needs their food, except we can't get the hatch open. The cupboard will not open. We're pulling, and it's jammed. No one, it seems, can get the hatch open. Everybody keeps pulling and the right-hand latch of this cupboard is locked shut. And she's like, my baby's going to need some food soon. So we're all sort of worrying. And we're still pulling and shaking and pulling and shaking and pulling. And then one of the flight attendants came over, placed his hand across the door where the latch was and pushed the door in and lifted the handle, at which point everything became unlocked and the door fell open, the hatch fell open. Baby food uncovered, baby fed. We had spent all that time pulling. Everyone just kept on pulling the door, and it did not open. Who would have thought the answer was in pushing the door before you pulled the handle? And this is the thing with problems. This is the thing when you are trying so hard to solve something that you're going round and round in circles. You know, it could be a problem that you've got with a friend. It could be a falling out that you've had, for example. It could be something at work. Maybe you can't move a project forward and you're trying and nothing is working. Well, let me tell you, if you are pulling, maybe it's time to push. The answer is quite often in the opposite. It reminds me of when my mum used to say to me when I couldn't find something in my room, she'd send me back up to my room and she'd say, look everywhere it could be and then look everywhere it couldn't be. Because the answer is quite often in the opposite. So often we decide before even trying that something's not going to work. Or we sometimes don't even think about doing the opposite because we think, what is it the point of that? And actually, if there is something you are trying to solve and you cannot get to an answer, I would charge you with this. Try doing the opposite, because quite often that is where the answer's hidden. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Everyday Positivity for you. In the meantime, have a great day. And remember, you have 100% got this.
I don't know about you, but the number one thing I look forward to when I return from traveling is a good night's sleep in my own bed. That has never been more true than it is now that I have a Sleep Number smart bed. I get so sore after traveling on planes, but after literally one night in my Sleep Number smart bed, my body feels restored, rested, and relaxed. The fact that my bed actually listens to my body and adjusts to my needs to keep me sleeping soundly all the way through the night is worth it alone. Not to mention, my husband and I never need to argue over firmness because we can each dial in our own Sleep Number setting. Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? So you can choose your ideal comfort on either side. And now, for a limited time, Sleep Number smart beds start at $849. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. See store or sleepnumber.com for details.
What if I told you that right now, millions of people are living with a debilitating condition that's so misunderstood, many of them don't even know that they have it. That condition is obsessive-compulsive disorder, or OCD. I'm Dr. Patrick McGrath, the Chief Clinical Officer of NoCD. And in the 25 years I've been treating OCD, I've met so many people who are suffering from the condition in silence, unaware of just what it was. OCD can create overwhelming anxiety and fear around what you value most, make you question your identity, beliefs, and morals, and drive you to perform mentally and physically draining compulsions or rituals. Over my career, I've seen just how devastating OCD can be when it's left untreated. But help is available. That's where NoCD comes in. NoCD is the world's largest virtual therapy provider for obsessive compulsive disorder. Our licensed therapists are trained in exposure and response prevention therapy, a specialized treatment proven to be incredibly effective for OCD. So visit nocd.com to schedule a free 15-minute call with our team. That's nocd.com.
Ever wonder what your lashes are destined for? The cards have spoken. Maybelline New York Mascara does it all. Whether you crave fully fan lashes with Lash Sensational, big, bold volume from the Colossal, a dramatic lift with Falsies Lash Lift, or natural-looking volume from Great Lash, your perfect lash future awaits. Manifest your best mascara today. Shop Maybelline New York and discover your lash destiny. Shop now at Walmart.